Now, actually, I thought that we would be down to a minority of 0 as far as defending the indefensible is concerned, because the Indian Pani League is absolutely indefensible. But there are some people who are still defending the Indian Pani League. Among them is Bimal Soni of the Rajasthan Cricket Association. Himanshu Chaturvedi, I don't know why, otherwise a reasonable man, is on the wrong side tonight. Lokdeeksha Sports Law Initiative, that's Himanshu Chaturvedi. C Rajashekharan is usually on the wrong side tonight, always, so I'm not surprised. Neetu Bhatia of KyaZoonga will be joining us, and Shailendra Singh as well. Against the Indian Pani League, rightly so, and with the majority of Indians backing them on this issue is Aryama Sundaram of the Supreme Court, who I hope at least tonight is not going to say I'm presumptuous about his position, because that's what he said the last time. Mini Mathur, actor and anchor, joins us tonight. She's done a bit of sports anchoring as well. Like to know what she says. There is Vimlendu Jha, environmentalist and founder of Swecha. There is Sunita Narain, one of the country's foremost voices on environment. She's director for the Center of Science and Environment. And a very, very eloquent Professor H M Desarda, who is the petitioner and who's joining me live from Mumbai. देसारदा जी, आप आज स्टूडियो में हमारे साथ, थैंक यू वेरी मच। ये इंडियन पानी लीग के बारे में बहुत चर्चा हो रही है, आपको क्या लगता है ये जो माहौल बन रहा है उससे कुछ फर्क पड़ेगा? और आप अगर संक्षिप्त में हमें कहें, प्लीज से इट एज ब्रीफली एज पॉसिबल, व्हाई द IPL शुड नॉट अंडर एनी सर्कमस्टेंसेस बी हेल्ड इन मुंबई और पुणे दिस टाइम।
अर्नब भाई, बात बहुत सीधी है, क्योंकि ये पानी की समस्या तो कोई ऐसे एक दिन में नहीं हुई है, लेकिन जब इतनी पानी की जो समस्या है, तब इस तरह का खेल मुंबई में करना, वैसे तो IPL, इंडियन प्रॉफिट लीग पानी या इंडियन प्रॉफिट लॉबी है, वो सब जानते हैं, लेकिन ये पैसे का खेल और खेल का पैसा करने वाले लोग कम से कम कुछ तो शर्म रखते।
वेल सेड
कि जब इतने लोग एक बकेट पानी के लिए, हमारी माँ बहनें पूरे मराठवाड़ा में, वहां सुनीता,
ये कहते हैं IPL के पीछे क्यों पड़ गए?
क्या कहा आपने?
ये कहते हैं IPL के पीछे क्यों पड़ गया?
IPL के पीछे मतलब आपने इतने अभद्र तरीके से, इतने, यानी इस माहौल में भी आपको ये नहीं लगता, अगर दूसरों के दुख दर्द की आपको कोई संवेदना नहीं है, दूसरों के दर्द वेदना की संवेदना नहीं है, तो आप इंसान ही नहीं है। आप कैसे इंसान हैं कि एक तरफ तो ये सब इतनी पानी की, और वो भी मनुष्य निर्मित, और ये हमारी नीतियां, कुनीतियां है, उसके लिए ऐसे चल रही है, लेकिन आपको कुछ नहीं लगता कि हमारी मौज मस्ती, खेल, और ये तो सब पैसे का खेल चल रहा है, न कोई क्रीड़ा या संस्कृति या खेल इसमें है, ऐसे लगता है मुझे।
जी, हिमांशु चतुर्वेदी wanted to come in on the other side. Himanshu.
Arnab, let me clear my point. You just now said I'm on the wrong side, but I am not. I am for the game, not for tamashas. What is happening? वन इज, मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूँगा, आप बुजुर्गवार हैं हमारे, कि ये जो पानी की क्राइसिस है, इसका कारण क्रिकेट तो नहीं है, और इसका कारण जो लोग हैं क्रिकेट से संबंधित उनसे भी नहीं है, बट आप ये देखें कि जो यहाँ पे पानी की क्राइसिस इतने दिनों से चल रही है, उसके लिए आप पॉलिटिकल लोगों को जिम्मेदार क्यों नहीं ठहरा रहे हैं? जब ये IPL आया उससे पहले ही
ये शरद पवार पॉलिटिशियन ही तो हैं। नहीं, ये शरद पवार पॉलिटिशियन ही तो हैं, ये राजीव शुक्ला पॉलिटिशियन ही तो है, ये अनुराग ठाकुर पॉलिटिशियन ही तो है। अब किसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं? Don't divert the subject. Don't divert the subject. No, there is no point there. There is no, on the 22nd of, there is no point there. On the 22nd of March, section 144 has been imposed in Latur to prevent people from having riots over water. Do you understand what that means? Can you look beyond your selfish interest?
I know, but
I don't know what your interest in cricket is. No, but for after that, Himanshu, I have not finished.
My interest is,
after that, listen Himanshu, after that, after section 144 was imposed, after that, it took 20 days for the blind political class of this country to realize that a train of water needs to be sent to Latur. And do you know why? Do you know why? It's because these politicians suddenly realized that the IPL will be affected. They didn't care that people were dying. They didn't care that about 1,000 farmers committed suicide. They didn't care that 70% of the crop was lost. They didn't care today that there are fights over half a glass of water. They didn't care. These selfish politicians only acted when they thought that the IPL will be affected. इसलिए हम इसको पानी लीक कह रहे हैं. Once Shailendra Singh into the debate, please. Shailendra, yeah, go ahead. It's an open debate. It's an open debate. These politicians are blind, Shailendra. You know that. Yes, Shailendra, go on. Shailendra, go on.
I want to reply. I want to reply to the first gentleman कि जिन्होंने पहले ये विषय उठाया और जिस आपने बहुत ही बुरे तरीके से आईपीएल को, क्रिकेट लवर्स को, क्रिकेट एसोसिएशन को बुरा बनाया. मैं आपसे एक सवाल पूछता हूं कि ये पानी की कमी एक नेचुरल कैलामिटी है, मैन मेड है, गॉड मेड है, नेचर मेड है. कल अर्थक्वेक होगा. इस किस्म के विषय हमारे समाज पे आएंगे. उन समाज के विषयों पे हमें हैंडल करना पड़ेगा.
It's not an argument. It's not an argument. It's not an argument. No. ये कोई दलील ही नहीं. ये कोई दलील ही नहीं है.
You've been Arnab in the last 10 years.
Shailendra.
They've been close to 35,000 deaths of farmers. No, you never brought up this issue.
1 second.
Why be so populist?
You know, Shailendra, the problem is, Shailendra, you're not understanding the ABC of the situation. 1 minute. No, you please listen to me.
I'm batting for every human life in this country. But look, hang on. My question
No, I don't think so.
Why are you so vehemently?
No, I don't think so. I get Sunita Narain to respond to you. You know something. The problem is, you want to have your fun. Problem is, Shailendra, I'm sorry. You want to have your fun. You want to have a damn good time. You want to sit in the clubhouse. You want to watch like a gladiatorial punch-up. You want to see a cricket match. And for you, seeing a cricket match is more important than alleviating the plight of farmers of Marathwada who lost 70% of their crop due to poor monsoons.
Stop watching television.
Listen, Shailendra.
Are you going to curb people's
Shailendra, you need to look at the situation here.
Commercial breaks.
Oh, no. You know you're all arguing tonight. Shailendra Singh. Okay, let's get Mini Mathur to respond. But 1 second before you come in, Shailendra. Before you come in, Mini, 1 second. Shailendra, first calm down. Shailendra, you'll have to calm down. Shailendra, you'll have to calm down and you'll have to accept that today you are shouting on Newshour tonight because your interests have been affected. Your interests have been affected. You can't look beyond your own because you're beyond your own interests.
Okay, I'm not shouting.
Mini Mathur.
Sorry, Arnab, I'm against you tonight. No.
Okay.
You can be against me, but don't be against morality.
I just want to ask you one thing. I just want to ask Shailendra,
why does
he not find this? Does he not find? Okay, I can't get my word in.
Sorry, ma'am.
Go on.
No, you can.
Those are long-term issues, Shailendra. I just want to ask you one thing. Don't you find there's something inherently vulgar and tasteless about the IPL trying to save its matches by saying, we will go through the lengths of providing sewage water to, water the pitches. But, doesn't he find it tasteless at all that there are, yes, the government hasn't, done what it should have and maybe it's now doing it to save the IPL. I don't know about that. What I'm saying is that just as a human being, do you not feel that it is tasteless for us to do this?
Totally feel it. No, I am totally for this. Please understand. What I was trying to say was, why was this issue not waked up for the last 10 years? Where are the politicians? Where was Arnab Goswami? Where was all the media? You needed an IPL to wake up? Come on.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, 1 second.
That is a question.
Shailendra, I'm sorry. Shailendra, listen. I'll say one thing to you very clearly. Be absolutely clear about it. You want to shoot the media because we are making you feel uncomfortable. Good for you.
No, I'm not shooting
Good
the
for
media,
you. But let me say this to you. Let me say this to you, Shailendra, and don't speak over me now.
Did you ask people to shut cinemas in India?
Shailendra, why didn't the Maharashtra government not put its foot down? Listen to me. Listen to me, Shailendra. Let's be reasonable with each other tonight, even if we are going to be on opposing sides. You need to be able to listen to me for a while.
Every life in India is important.
Okay, calm down.
Every human being should get basic. Come on, or no. Listen to me. If there's a bomb blast, if Brussels attacks should shut the Olympics down. You need to provide water for every citizen in this country.
Okay, one second. Shailendra, first of all, you're not Devendra Fadnavis that we should only listen to your voice tonight. There's some others on the program. With your permission, they'll speak as well. They're not politicians.
And Arnab, you should not take sides. You should allow the.
Well, I am taking sides on this because I don't understand. Because I don't understand why did it have to take a petition filed in court for them to say that no potable water will be provided for the tournament.
Why did it take you so long?
And I'd like others to come into the debate.
Why did it take you so long?
Sunita Narain, first understand the gravity of the situation and then we'll speak. Sunita Narain, please.
Arnab, I'm absolutely shocked. Frankly, it's a public there are two issues here. One, it's clearly wrong to have any activity which uses a lot of water at the time when the state is reeling under drought. And it is for the government to step in. When Australia had a bad drought, when California had a bad drought, the government stepped in to say nobody will even water their lawns, nobody will wash their cars, you will not allow functions like this to happen. And I am absolutely appalled at the fact that IPL today thinks that they should go ahead. If there is treated sewage water, in fact, it should be used for agriculture. The very clear policy is
absolutely.
Why doesn't the entire
then it's agriculture.
Let her complete, Shailendra. Let her complete, Shailendra. Now you're heckling her. Please, Shailendra, please.
My question is, nobody has gone to a golf course ever to question them. The golf courses are thriving. Why don't golf courses which consume water every day?
That's not argument.
Not one day. IPL maybe for 15 days. What happens to the golf courses? I called all these golf courses. They said welcome.
But that's exactly my point. That is exactly my point. I'm
Go
saying,
file a PI.
But I'm glad the IPL has opened this Pandora's box.
Nor should they be watering in golf courses. That's for government to step in.
Nothing should happen.
That's the drought code that is needed.
Yes.
So I am very clear that it needs to be on both sides.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, it is more of a political and agriculture policies matter than rather just being a cricketing problem. So, everybody is using IPL as a boxing bag. You know, you just wake up and say IPL is there, go and box it. If people in IPL, even people in IPL have shown you a way can go to Pune from here. What are the politicians there? Why can't politicians take their sewage water to Latur? Who stopped them?
You see,
a BCCI
who are you speaking for? Himanshu, one second. There are others on the panel. I also want to get them into the debate. I want Aryama Sundaram. I want Aryama Sundaram to come into the debate. And the only point I'm making to you keep saying politician. Be absolutely crystal clear on one thing, Himanshu Chaturvedi. These selfish politicians are only waking up tonight and sending a train to Latur, not for the people of Latur. They are sending a train to Latur to save the IPL. And how much water are they sending to the people of Latur in that train? They are sending 5 lakh litres. Now the point is, even if they send 20 such trains, it will not make up for the kind of water that they're going to sprinkle over the finely manicured lawns of the IPL pitches. So let us be clear tonight. These politicians don't care. We care. We are exposing the politicians and you're not liking it tonight. Now, Aryama Sundaram on the other side on the Indian Pani League. Aryama Sundaram, please. Debate goes on. Yeah. Aryama Sundaram and Bimal Soni will respond.
Arnab, you see Arnab, I see the great protestations going on saying, why have you picked on the IPL? Why don't you pick on golf games? Why don't you pick on something else? Why have you picked on the IPL? The answer is very, very simple. Any wastage of water at a time when a state is going through a drought is impermissible. It is just that IPL does it so loudly. IPL does it so obviously. IPL, I've been saying it from the beginning, it's completely a case of sense of perception. IPL is heavily advertised. IPL is in the media. IPL is in the press. It's on everybody's lips. Now, naturally, when you see such an obvious, conspicuous consumption of water in the midst of a drought, one's question will be directed to that particular occasion. And I believe at the very least, it is highly tasteless.
So are we saying that if the golf courses are not projected like in media, they
one should try to justify it, saying one is justifying cricket, when all that one is really doing is not trying to save cricket or save a sport. One is trying to save a complete commercial form of entertainment, and purely for the sake of commerce and to get tamasha, fine. Like I keep saying, there are only 40,000 people who are really going to be affected because they are the only ones who actually go to the stadium. Everybody watches it on television. So if you shift it out of Maharashtra,
I don't hold any brief for BCCI. I am
against BCCI. It's only those people who go to the stadium who are going to be deprived.
I am against BCCI. I don't hold any brief for them.
Allow me to finish, please. Allow me to finish. My whole point, therefore, is when something is so much in the public eye as conspicuous consumption of water right in the midst of a drought, it is small wonder that everybody is going to point there.
Someone else
and then I find it appalling that an answer is given saying it's treated sewage water. If treated water can be used for the purpose of keeping the lawns, keeping the fields, sewage water can also be used, treated water, for agriculture and irrigation purposes.
Yeah.
So I find that is not an answer at all.
Wonderful,
and in fact,
sir.
I think that's an excuse.
No. The argument is basically...
Wonderful, that's an answer.
Himanshu, you're not the only panelist
That's
on the program.
the answer for the problem.
Himanshu, 1 minute. 1 second.
You
see, the argument being put here is simply like this. Mini, I'm getting you in. There's mini Mathur on one side, and if I can have, please, Mr. Rajashekharan on the other, because, and also Bimal Soni, of course. And Bimal Soni, the argument is this: don't pick on IPL. It's like saying, don't catch a thief because you haven't caught every single thief yet. Don't pick a robber because you haven't caught all robbers yet. And why don't you go after the golf? Bimal Soni, the IPL is now going and saying that we are not giving potable water, we're giving treated sewage water. Now, treated sewage water can also be used for irrigating agricultural fields of the 11,962 villages in Vidarbha that are really suffering because of drought. But you don't care, do you? Sharad Pawar doesn't care. It can be the same water. Are you telling me use a different kind of water for grass and a different kind of water for Latur? Are you telling me that Wankhede and Latur have different kinds of water for different kinds of plants? I mean, what is this absurd logic that is being presented tonight? Bimal Soni, why are you on that side? Why are you on that side?
Can you permit me to speak now?
Yeah, please go ahead. I'm not blocking you.
I would like to say, are we discussing IPL bashing? Or we are discussing the Latur affair?
We're discussing the Latur affair in the context of the absurdities of the IPL waterways.
Please.
Yeah, 1 second.
Arnab, let me complete. Let me speak. This is a complete failure of the executive. The government has failed. In last 6 months, they have not done anything. They could have taken all these steps 3 months, 4 months before also.
No.
When we had World Cup matches in Nagpur and Pune and in Bombay, what was happening? Why wasn't the IPL put at that?
You answer my question. You answer my question.
Put at that time?
You answer my question. Bimal Soni wants it. Bimal Soni will get Himanshu on the other side.
I'm answering your question.
No, you listen. Answer my question. There is a commodity called water.
We are cricketers.
There is a commodity called water. Now listen. You tell me one thing, Bimal Soni. My problem is with this super elite approach. We, the rich, are for the rich. If the rich are in trouble, the rich will help them. Right? If the privilege... Bimal Soni, listen. Bimal Soni, Bimal Soni, you can't stop me. You can't stop me tonight because I'm going to speak up tonight. I'm also telling the people I'm going to open up the phone lines tonight. Let's hear from the people. You see tonight, Bimal Soni, the Maharashtra... One second.
The way you present it.
Yeah, you have a problem with my presentation.
I'm trying to tell you, I am for the people.
No,
I am for the people who are suffering.
Bimal Soni,
what I'm saying is,
Bimal Soni, Marie Antoinette were also for the people of France. Marie Antoinette was for the people of France. And she said if they don't have bread, let them eat cake. Now listen to me, Bimal Soni.
Mr. Soni, can I ask you a question?
Okay, Mini, before you push a question to him.
The cricketers, the IPL money can be sent.
Who cares?
It can be utilized.
Money doesn't buy lives. What is this? You want to use blood money? What kind of medieval carnival are you running out here in the name of the Indian Parliament?
10 trains can be sent.
Now listen to me. Maharashtra has
10 trains can be sent.
Arey bhai, Bimal Soni, sun lijiye meri baat. Maharashtra has seen 2 successive monsoon failures. And you know the Fadnavis government suddenly wakes up like Rip Van Winkle 3 days after the Indian Pani League begins. 3 days after the Indian Pani League begins, अरे भेज दो इन लोगों को थोड़ा सा पानी, send them a train, खुश हो जाए, 5 लाख लीटर पानी भेजा उनको, और क्या चाहेंगे? हमारे टर्फ क्लब पे जहां पे हम पोलो खेलते हैं, जहां पे हम लोगों को रेस हॉर्सिंग गैम्बलिंग कराते हैं, वहां से थोड़ा पानी हम वांकड़े को दे देंगे. It is rich helping the rich. Do you realize what you're doing in this country? Do you realize the sociological implications of what you're doing in this country? Is there no sense of guilt and remorse? It's vulgar. As Mini said, it's vulgar. What you're doing with the Indian Pani League is nothing but downright vulgar and selfish, Bimal Soni. Yes, Mini, go ahead. Mini, sorry, I came in right there.
Mini, what's it?
I just want to ask Mr. Soni one question. Mr. Soni, you just said...
Ask the cricketers to give you.
Mr. Soni, I just want to say, you just said some time ago that, the situation in the country today is because it's the failure of the elective, it's a failure of the executive, it's a failure of the government. Be that as it may, don't you think, just the way every multinational in this country today has a CSR branch which takes care of corporate social responsibility, if BCCI had said, okay, you know what, of our own accord, we feel it's tasteless, we are going to put aside a certain amount of money to help Maharashtra and shift our matches, it's not going to affect the game. Like I think Himanshu said, it's just the 40,000 people who are going to be affected. Don't you think it would have been much better for the BCCI to have taken some part of that money and said, we will transport this money for irrigation?
2 days back, I agree with you on this. Put a cess on cricket. Collect that money and give it to Latur people.
Vimlendu, let's get the environmentalist in. Let's get the environmentalist in. I want to get Vimlendu Jha. Vimlendu Jha, one second. Vimlendu Jha. Now we are being told that, listen, the water that we are giving is different. It doesn't hurt the people of... Basically, the BCCI is saying the water that we are using, 7 million litres of it, this water is different. It doesn't hurt the farmers because the farmers are not going to be able to use this water anyway. Now, I don't know to what extent this is true. You're the expert. You tell us what you think, Vimlendu. Yeah, Vimlendu, then Mr. Rajashekharan can come in, the debate is rolling. Yeah, Vimlendu.
Yes. See, Arnab, it's clearly rich versus poor conversation, debate. It's clearly about who, the kind of vigor, passion, logic that we actually see in BCCI sympathizers or IPL sympathizers here. Not a single word for the farmers who are dead and who are actually dying. Nobody is against cricket. There is, of course, of absolute failure of governance that we actually see in Marathwada and in other parts. What we are saying is that what court is doing is what perhaps the government should have done. We are saying that at the end of the day, if 3,500 people have died, have committed suicide, what's your sensibility that we're talking about? And by the way, March 3rd week is when the dams went dry. Where were you all this while? And not a single word that I've actually heard from these cricketers. So we are actually we are saying that cricket is good for the nation. Cricket is good for the nation. Those farmers are not good for the nation. Their life is not important. Are they dying? Is death versus entertainment? Survival versus entertainment? Is that what we're propagating right now?
Yeah, go on, Mr. Rajashekharan and Shailendra Singh, please.
Responsible for that?
Yes, Mr. Rajashekharan. Mr. Rajashekharan.
Nobody is holding. You did not bring in the drought.
See, Arnab, this is not rich versus poor. It is failure versus success and competent versus incompetent. And the celebrity status of IPL has brought them bad reputation. Of course, the farmers dying cannot be accepted. And BCCI is not the elected government. It is only an independent sports authority body. And you cannot blame BCCI and IPL for running a successful brand.
What did you mean by saying failure versus success?
Cricket lovers.
What did you mean by saying failure versus success? 1 minute. What did you mean by saying failure versus success? The failure of farmers versus the success of IPL?
So they have a right to do whatever that they want to because they are not part of the government.
We can interpret it either way. But in the right sense, I'm telling, the success of IPL is only the
failure of whose?
This kind of
failure of whose?
IPL.
Is someone who gets money when the government,
failure of the administration. They should have anticipated this.
Nobody is saying it's not failure of governance.
And they should have ensured the people are rightly getting everything in time.
I heard your argument. I heard your argument. Yes, come in.
The BCCI or the cricketers or the IPL. IPL is an independent body. It's a sports body. How can you expect a sports body to behave like a government?
So that does not mean
they are not the elected body.
Sir, that does not mean there is no accountability, moral responsibility that you have.
So the failure of the government, government wants to hide at the success of the IPL.
I heard you can have someone else, please.
The millions and millions of fans,
I heard you, Mr. Rajashekharan,
are watching it.
Thank you.
देखिए कि लाखों किसान मरे उसके बारे में आज तक चिंता नहीं और आज अभी जो हो रहा है हजारों किसान मर रहे हैं करे कोई भरे कोई ये चल रहा है और ये आपकी मौज मस्ती चलते रहेगी।
सवाल पूछिए,
हम किसी की कोई परवाह नहीं करते।
जो पानी बच रहा है आईपीएल
और पानी को जाया करेंगे जैसे, और जितना पानी मुंबई को मिलता है आज 2 करोड़ लोगों को,
ये सवाल पूछिए कि इस पैनल पे कोई वो पॉलिटिशियन क्यों नहीं आया जो इस हादसे की वजह से अकाउंटेबल है। तो ये सवाल पूछिए कि ये 10 साल से चल रहा था, ये विषय सिर्फ आईपीएल की वजह से फेमस क्यों हुआ। ये सवाल पूछिए कि ये महाराष्ट्र का इशू है कि पूरे हिंदुस्तान का इशू है। ये सवाल पूछिए कि आज और जो सारा ये सारा बोल रहा है,
धनिक वर्ग है, ये जो सारा रईस वर्ग है, ये जो सारा
है कि हर इंडियन लाइफ,
ये जो सारा धनिक रईस वर्ग है
पॉलिटिशियन
जिनको जो ये इन सारे
सकते थे,
ये जो बोलिए ये जो धनिक रईस वर्ग है और सारे पॉलिटिशियन को यही इमदाद पूरी करते हैं। शरद पवार के साथ, राजीव शुक्ला के साथ, अनुराग ठाकुर के साथ आप ही लोग हैं। आप क्यों नहीं समझते कि ये देखिए, समझ लीजिए, अरे कुछ तो शर्म होनी चाहिए कि इतनी बुरी हालत में हम नेता बाबू और सब धनवान लोग मिलकर गरीबों की बिल्कुल
इसका जवाब
कोई परवाह नहीं करते।
आईपीएल बंद करिए,
बिल्कुल गलत बात है। आपको इतना अगर गेम का कोई मोहब्बत होता तो और कोई तरीके से करते। अरे लोगों की जान, लोगों की जान
एंटिसिपेट करने,
लोगों की जान खेल से बिल्कुल ज्यादा कीमती है और कौन मर रहा है आप नहीं देख रहे। और आज एक ट्रेन लेकर गए और आपको लग रहा है कि आपने मराठवाड़ा का प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करा। मैं मराठवाड़ा के और सभी जिलों में जाके अभी आया हूँ
करेक्ट है।
और आप समझ लीजिए, अरे कुछ तो, और इंसान अगर है तो इंसान के दर्द हमको समझने चाहिए। और ये सवाल संवेदना का है
हर क्रिकेटर,
और ये समझना चाहिए कि हम प्रतीक के रूप में।
सुनिए मैं कुछ कहना चाहता हूँ। 1 मिनट पहले तो शैलेंद्र सिंह listen to me since you're speaking in Hindi, I'll also address you in Hindi. 1 minute शैलेंद्र सिंह, 1 minute
अर्नब को उन लोगों को स्टूडियो में लाना पड़ेगा।
Now just one, I want to say something. Shailendra, have you finished your speech? I want to say something to you, okay? Now listen to me. I'm not sure. Now that's all right. Listen. I'd say I'm naming Sharad Pawar. I'm naming Sharad Pawar. If there's one person, one politician in this country, one person who needs to wake up from his slumber tonight, that man's name is Sharad Pawar. If there's one person who needs to be made answerable tonight, that person's name is Sharad Pawar.
Also Rajiv Shukla.
And Rajiv Shukla. And Anurag Thakur. And all the rest of them. My question is not, but you can't say IPL famous, आपने IPL को famous क्यों कर दिया? That's like a condescending remark. Remember this, IPL फेमस नहीं हुआ, राजनेताओं की नींद बंद हुई।
लेके आओ जिसने मेरे
नहीं मिनी, ये कहते हैं आईपीएल फेमस क्यों हुआ? आईपीएल फेमस नहीं हुआ, ये जो राजनेता है ना,
फ्रॉम दीवार सिंह, यू वांट टू राइट मेरा बाप चोर है, पहले आप उसका साइन लेके आओ जिसने मेरे बाप को मारा, पहले आप उसका साइन लेके आओ, तब मैं लिखूंगा कि मेरा बाप चोर था। इट्स राइट आउट ऑफ दैट फिल्म। इट्स सो बिजार दिस कन्वर्सेशन।
एंड द क्वेश्चन
लोगों से ये सवाल पूछना चाहता है जिनके पास पावर है पानी भेजने का,
जिनके पास पावर है ना पानी भेजने का, वो लोग तो कुछ देख नहीं पाते इस देश में क्या हो रहा है। सुनिए शैलेंद्र, सुनिए, वो वहां पे जहां गैम्बल करते हैं ना, जहां पे वो टोपी सब पहन के वो टूर्नामेंट के लिए जाते हैं, रेसिंग टूर्नामेंट्स के लिए, जहां पे कार्निवल पैसों का दिखावा जहां पे होता है ना, वहां से पानी थोड़ा सा उठा के वांखड़े में फेंक दिया, सोचा हम बहुत ही इंटेलिजेंट है, हम सबको गुमराह कर देंगे, अब देखेंगे कि कोर्ट गुमराह होता है कि नहीं। बात यह है आईपीएल फेमस नहीं हुआ, जो किसान हैं उनके सिचुएशन को लेकर आज देश में चर्चा हो रही है। वो चर्चा कहां हो रही थी अब तक? कहां हो रही थी? मुझे कहे आज के लोग। सुनीता नारायण, you tell me tonight, where was the conversation going on till now? There has been 2 successive monsoon failures. Did anyone care? Did anyone care? Now let Sunita come in, please.
Absolutely, Arnab. I think, Arnab, that's the issue that we should be discussing. The fact is, this is a terrible, terrible drought in India. Consecutive monsoon failure, crippling situation for farmers, and our governments are doing nothing. The question that we should be asking today is, IPL definitely should be ashamed of the fact that it's even arguing that it will continue. But the question is to government. The fact is, Maharashtra government should be stepping in and issuing a clear dictate against the use of water. Just crying about drought will not help. And I think that is really what appalls me. In the same state of Maharashtra in the 70s, when they had a drought, they launched the Employment Guarantee Scheme. There was leadership. There was an effort to try and deal with drought. And since then, all you have seen is sugarcane factories, more and more use of water, and now, of course, IPL to me is the symbol of this excessive wastage and this callousness towards the plight of farmers in India today.
I can't agree more with you here today. And just one thought also, and Bimal Soni, 1 minute. You see, Bimal Soni, listen. Bimal Soni, so brazen is our political class that a day after the blitzkrieg of an opening ceremony, and I don't know these cinema stars. Do these cinema stars have no conscience tonight? Do they not live in the same state, breathe the same air, drink the same water? Now the question is, the IPL opening ceremony goes on in full flow at the NSCI in Mumbai, and then Anurag Thakur takes the alarming position of trying to put an equation to the situation, and he says that Maharashtra will get 100 crore from the IPL, so if the matches are shifted out, it will be a loss. Almost as though the loss that comes from the suffering and dying of people in Latur means nothing. Now contrast this to the situation today, where there is a scrambling of their closest associates to distance themselves from the moral degradation which is at display by having the IPL in Maharashtra at this time. I mean, what's going on here, Bimal Soni? You want to go ahead, do it, but don't think people of this country will be quiet. No, I'm telling you, don't think the people of this country will be quiet and do nothing about it.
Part of the government. Please.
The government is the IPL, the IPL is the BCCI, the BCCI is the politician. No. I think you need to come in. Yeah, Mr. Desarda. Mr. Desarda.
No.
Mr. Desarda.
You are not letting. I am representing cricketers here. I am not representing politicians. I am not representing politicians.
लेकिन उस समय की मुख्यमंत्री वही कांग्रेस की सरकार थी, लेकिन फिर भी मुख्यमंत्री हर जगह जाते हैं. आज कोई भी जनप्रतिनिधि आपको नजर नहीं आता है.
सब आईपीएल देखेंगे. नहीं, 1 मिनट. सारे जितने जनप्रतिनिधि होंगे, जो जनप्रतिनिधि होंगे वो लाटूर में नहीं होंगे. सब जनप्रतिनिधि वहां पे आईपीएल देखने जाएंगे.
और ये बिल्कुल अर्नब भाई एक बात है कि जब यहाँ मैच हो रहा था तो हमारे सब जन नेता और लोक प्रतिनिधि मैच देख रहे थे. मैं 17 जिलों में घुमा हूं महाराष्ट्र के फरवरी मार्च में, और सुनीता जी जानती है कि हम जिस तरह का वो वहां काम कर रहे हैं. इनकी डाउन टू अर्थ की प्रतिनिधि अभी कल लातूर में थी. आप उनको पूछिए कि किस तरह की बर्बादी हो रही है. और
आप बताइए, आज आप बताइए, खुल के बताइए ताकि लोगों को.
आपको बताना चाहता हूं कि ये सारा कुदरत का वर्षा कम हुई है जरूर है, लेकिन ये होना कोई अनिवार्य नहीं था. ये सब मिलकर, ये नेता बाबू थैला और कुछ बेईमान एनजीओ, ये सब मिलके बर्बादी कर रहे हैं. और आप लोगों की मिली भगत है, नेक्सस है. और यही बात मैंने आज न्यायालय को बताई.
आर्यमान सुंदरम.
और ये बात समझ लीजिए कि ये पोर्टेबल वाटर है, ये पोर्टेबल वाटर नहीं. हम ये
भाई क्या पोर्टेबल वाटर है, क्या पोर्टेबल वाटर नहीं,
क्या नहीं है. सब जितना वर्षा जल होता है, हिमवृष्टि होती है, वो सब पीने लायक जल होता है. आप प्रदूषित करते हैं और सॉलिड वेस्ट को ट्रीट नहीं करते. ये सच्चाई भी भूल रहे हैं. और इतने बड़े अकाल में, सूखे में,
आपको क्या लगता है सचिन तेंदुलकर को इस पर बोलना चाहिए?
बिल्कुल बोलना चाहिए.
सचिन तेंदुलकर बोले इस पर आज.
सर बिल्कुल बोले.
चुप क्यों है सचिन तेंदुलकर?
क्यों चुप है? और जनप्रतिनिधि आप थे, राज्यसभा के मेंबर थे, जाते नहीं थे महाराष्ट्र में, सब कुछ करते हैं. अगर आपको कुछ भी, अगर आपको कोई कॉन्शियस है, आपको कोई जमीन है, तो आपको हर किसी को बोलना चाहिए. और मुझे तो बहुत दुख हो रहा है कि यहाँ जो तमाम लोग डिफेंड कर रहे हैं, क्या उनकी मानसिकता होगी. और सुनीता जी ने ठीक कहा कि कोई हद होती है कैलसनेस की, कि इस तरह से लोग बहुत त्रासदी में हैं. एक तरफ तो ये सारे दुष्कालग्रस्त लोग हैं, दूसरी तरफ समाज में कुछ समय देने वाले लोग हैं, लेकिन हर आपत्ति को पैसे में बदलना और हर मौका जो है पैसे का मौका है, ये आईपीएल का जो खेल चल रहा है, मुझे लगता है महाराष्ट्र का और भारत का समाज आपको कभी माफ नहीं करेगा इस आपकी गुस्ताखी के लिए।
बिल्कुल। और आज कई लोग ये कह रहे थे, जितने पॉलिटिशियन से आपको टारगेट कर रहे हैं, कि आपको क्यों पड़े आप आईपीएल के पीछे, उनको क्या कहना चाहेंगे आप?
नहीं, मैं तो ये इनको सबको कहूंगा कि ये आपका फर्ज है, अगर आप जन नेता खुद को कहलाते हैं, कि तो लोग ये जो किसान मर रहे हैं, हर रोज मराठवाड़ा में 5 किसान मर रहे हैं, और अरे किसान ही नहीं, पशु, लातूर में आपने देखा, हमने देखा हिरन मर रहे हैं, और शेर जो है गांव में आ रहे हैं, और मोर, पीकॉक्स जो है वो मर रहे हैं। तो ये सब अरे ये आप लोग, अरे इन सब लोगों को बंबई के बाहर जाकर, एक महाराष्ट्र के देहात में एक दिन, ये जो सब दूसरी तरफ से बोल रहे हैं, एक दिन आप गांव में जाकर रहे और समझे कि क्या त्रासदी में लोग हैं। मैं कोई गुस्सा व्यक्त नहीं कर रहा हूं, लेकिन गुस्सा होने का पूरा अधिकार है, जरूर होना चाहिए, लेकिन मैं 1972 का भी आकाश देखा है।
मैं सिर्फ ये कहूंगा कि परसों हमने देखा कि दिलीप वेंगसरकर जी और सचिन तेंदुलकर जी बड़े ही मजे से, वो प्रिंस ऑफ पता नहीं क्या है, वेल्स, वो आके क्रिकेट खेल रहे थे इधर। अब सारा दिन वो वेंगसरकर और सचिन तेंदुलकर क्रिकेट खेल रहे थे उनके साथ, और मुंबई से बाकी लोग भी हैं, मांजरेकर है, गावस्कर है, कुछ बोले कोई? Neither is Gavaskar saying anything, nor is Sachin, nor is Vengsarkar, nor is Manjrekar. Now, I have nothing against these people. They're anyway silent on most critical issues, but at least on this issue, we expect them to speak up tonight. And for Mr. Sachin Tendulkar, here are some figures, Mr. Tendulkar. Maybe after this you can wake up and smell the coffee and speak up for what's happening in your own state, Mr. Tendulkar, even if your own interests are hurt. Mr. Tendulkar, the BCCI has pulled their strings and managed to cut deals with their affiliates, which means that 80,000 litres are going to be transported from Mahalakshmi to Churchgate between now and the end of May. That's a whopping 36 lakh. 80,000 litres being poured into one stadium for entertainment. Right. 80,000 litres transported, that's 36,800, 80,000 litres in another stadium, that's the MCA stadium, which means that over the next 46 days, Shailendra, and this should shake us up tonight, for the next 46 days until this mega Mr. Bimal Soni carnival called the IPL will be over, 7.36 million litres of water will Aryama Sundaram be poured to keep the grounds and lush fields perfectly manicured, so that Dhoni and the others have no complaints when they're playing over it. Dhoni, Kohli, all should have a good time. While 90 lakh farmers are reeling in doubt, 27,000 villages are drought affected, 11,900 villages are swamped with real struggle of living. Now, what kind of country have we become? Aryama Sundaram. We'll take our first caller after Aryama comes in. Yes, please. Aryama.
No, 1 minute, Arnab. Can I come in between?
What it really shows you, can I please finish?
Yeah, Mr. Sundaram, yeah.
What this really shows you is the amount of money that is riding on this IPL. What it really shows you is that the amount of interest of people, vested interest of people which is involved, which makes people rise so passionately. I know religion, cricket being the religion of India, but the passionate defense to say, please let IPL go on. What is really worrisome is that it appears so logical to anybody that, look, at least for perception, don't have a conspicuous consumption of water. It is insensitive given the drought situation. Move the matches out of Bombay. Sounds such a simple, logical thing, which is a natural thing for most of us as human beings, saying, look, we don't want to rub it in somebody's face that, look here, you don't have water, and here, look here, we are quite happy using the water. It just shows you the amount of money, influence, everything else riding on IPL, which is really pandering, unfortunately, to this Indian mentality of cricket as a religion, whereby this entertaining spectacle, this extravaganza, is being carried out quite openly and is being supported by people you would least expect to have supported it.
Yeah. Well, I don't understand another thing. I'll take a first caller. Moti Ludwani is from Mumbai. Moti, are you there? The point is, they say that they're going to take the water from the race course, Moti, and take it to Latur, take it to Wankade. They should take the water and take it to Latur. I mean, the BCCI is so rich. They don't need trains to take the water. They can fly it down on choppers if they want. That's the kind of money the BCCI has. The BCCI has got a community studded with icons and idols for thousands in this country. For once, these people should actually speak up, stand up, and give back to the people of this country. The cricket body and cricketers have become rich because of the people of this country. Let them give back to the people of this country, not take for themselves. And Mr. Sharad Pawar, what are you doing? Please. Wake up, Mr. Sharad Pawar. Look beyond your immediate interests. Moti Lodwani, are you there? Hi, Moti.
Yes, Arnav.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, Moti, hi.
Yes, Arnav.
Yeah, go ahead. You have a question.
Arnav, this is all happening because of the media pressure and the court pressure. And we must congratulate Times Now and all media and Indian Judiciary High Court.
Well. I don't know. He's saying that we should thank the media. I think we lost the line there. HV Suvarna from Mumbai. A lot of callers from Mumbai. Yeah, Suvarna.
My question to Mr. First thing, I must congratulate you for taking such a stand. But I'm ashamed as a Mumbaiker to see that this is happening and this is going too far. The people are trying to manipulate all the institutions by doing all this.
Yeah.
Yes, my question. First things, as a Mumbaiker, I'm ashamed to tell you.
No, let him continue. Yeah. Complete your point. Just reduce the volume of your television set. Otherwise, you won't be able to hear us and we won't be able to hear you.
Yeah. That's it. That's fine. I'm ashamed to tell you that this is going on too far. The institutions are being taken for a ride. That's it.
Yeah. Mr. Suvarna, I can't agree with you more. I'm a Mumbaiker too, and I can tell you, take a straw poll among the people of Mumbai today, whether they'd have IPL in Mumbai or whether the people of Mumbai would rather not have IPL and contribute to the people in Latur and in the drought-affected areas. I'm going to tell you, there is Mini, who's also a Mumbaiker. There are many Mumbaikers here tonight on the program, and they'd say we'd rather give back than take. We'd rather give back than take. Yes, please.
ये भावना मैंने आज कोर्ट में देखी. इतने लोग मुझे आके बोले कि आपने बहुत सही हस्तक्षेप किया है. तो ये जो चंद लोग इंडियन पानी लीग में अर्नब भाई जमा हुए हैं और ये आपस में मिली भगत है, ये लोग मुंबई को रिप्रेजेंट नहीं करते. मुंबई का आम नागरिक, मुंबई का मध्यम वर्ग, मुंबई के समझदार लोग और महाराष्ट्र का समाज इन सब लोगों से उम्मीद करता है कम से कम देर आए दुरुस्त आए. अब तो कुछ ये अपनी ये कुछ संवेदना रखे कि इस स्थिति में कि नहीं, हम इस तरह का भद्दा खेल नहीं खेलेंगे. खेल तो कल हो सकता है, लेकिन लोगों की जान और भावना आज इसकी हम कदर करेंगे और उसको हम सलाम करेंगे. ये इतनी सीधी बात इनके क्यों समझ में
बिमल सोनी,
समझ लीजिए.
Bimal Soni, let me tell you, not just Mumbaikars, people are. What? Yes, please, Mini. Yes, please, Mini.
Please.
This is. Arnab, I just want to make a small point for all those like Mr. Soni who said I'm representing the cricket and I'm not representing the politicians. Fair enough, but the cricket doesn't stop. The cricket is just being relocated. So every cricket lover in the country is still going to watch that match and they're still going to get their cricket. This is not about going against cricket. It's just to highlight that BCCI is only putting commercial consideration over, all the vulgarity that is going to happen if they have the matches here. So just to save that state, that we should not lose so much of money because we're not having those matches in Maharashtra. They are fighting this battle.
Who cares about the money?
The matches are not stopping. The matches are going to happen in other states.
Who cares about the money when 9 million farmers and their families are being affected? Who cares about the money that they make or don't make on IPL? I think that should not even be a consideration. What do you think, Sunita? I mean, who cares about the money? The situation. Now, Sunita has got her team there. Sunita has got her team there, and maybe she can tell our viewers how bad the situation is. Yes.
No.
Let's hear from Sunita just how bad the situation is.
I don't think there's even a question on this.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a question, and I'm appalled at the silence of the government of Maharashtra. It has to step in. There is no way that this country country should be allowed to see the spectacle where the super rich believe that they can use and guzzle up water at a time when the state is going through drought. And this is also the case with golf courses, with swimming pools, with everything else. And this is where the government is needed. I am just amazed to see how the court is having to step in, and where is the government of Maharashtra?
But this is, interestingly, Sunita, this is not just, one party, one state government. I'd say Congress, BJP, all NCP, Shiv Sena. Can I tell you one thing? The amazing thing is, you see, all these political parties are invested in the IPL in some form or the other. So they all say, you know what, let the courts decide, let the court decide. As if the courts have some magical wand. And the entire purpose of the exercise of their own judgment is something today which these political parties can't do. I mean, we've asked the question at the Congress Party press conference, and Manish Tiwari said, let the courts decide. I mean, where do you stand on this? Yes. People are dying. Where do you stand?
Absolutely.
For once, I mean, I don't...
Absolutely. And I
hiding
think people
behind
are
the court.
clever enough to realize.
Yeah, hiding behind the court is not going to help.
Also, everyone is shocked.
Yeah, everyone is absolutely shocked. I need to close this very quickly. Yes, please. Bimal Soni, you think tomorrow there can be any half measures? The worst thing here will be, remove 5 matches, let 13 go on. That's terrible. That's terrible. That's like saying,
It's not that, Arnab.
No. It's terrible. That's going to be terrible because when there's gangrene, you remove the gangrene. You don't say we remove 30% of the gangrene. Yes. You don't do that.
No, what? No, but we want to do festival matches. We want to do drought relief fund.
We
want to, as cricketers, we want to participate.
That's not going to help people.
Yeah.
That's not going to help people. Well, it won't help people. That's
why not?
कुछ काम का नहीं है.
मुखौटा मत दिखाइए.
ये मुखौटा मत बताइए. ये अभी तो आपकी संवेदना. अरे आपको बहुत अच्छा मौका है भाई साहब. ये संवेदना मैं अभी भी बोलता हूँ आपको. आप इस मराठवाड़ा के और महाराष्ट्र के अकाल पीड़ित और इन सामान्य जन किसानों की तरफ से आपको गुजारिश करता हूँ कि आप बड़ी दुआ लेंगे अगर आप खुद आके बोलेंगे कि हम ये नहीं करेंगे और जाएंगे. सब आप लोग जो हिमायत कर रहे हैं मैच की मराठवाड़ा के जिलों में और दूसरी जगह जाए. और जैसे कि सुनीता जी ने बताया कि हम ये समझ लें कि इस ऐसी गंभीर स्थिति में हम किसकी तरफ से है. एक जो इस देश के बड़े रईस धनवान, ये उद्योगपति और ये क्रिकेटर और ये एक्टर और ये सब ये जमात और ये देश और ये समाज बिल्कुल नहीं भूलेगा कि इतने ये भी लोग हैं, ये धनवान लोग. आप तो समझ लें.
मगर देश की जनता तो बोल रही है, क्रिकेटर चुप हो गए, मगर देश की जनता बोल रही है, नेता चुप हो गए, देश की जनता बोल रही है. एक्टरों के बारे में तो जितना कम कहा जाए उतना अच्छा है. वो तो कुछ ही नहीं कहते, कभी भी नहीं कहते. वो कहते हैं हमें वैसे पता भी नहीं है देश में क्या हो रहा है. तो एक्टर, क्रिकेटर, नेता चुप हो गए, मगर देश की जनता बोल रही है. हैशटैग है इंडियन पानी लीग. एंड इफ यू फील दैट समवेयर द पीपल ऑफ दिस कंट्री हैव स्नैप्ड फॉर द राइट रीजन and that we've touched a raw nerve for the right reason, you can also speak out using that hashtag. I thank everyone for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight. Thank you.